Picture this. You're standing at airport security, and suddenly an agent pulls your essential medication aside. Sorry, you can't take this on the plane. Your heart sinks. Your vacation plans? Potentially ruined. Your health? At risk. And your flight? It's boarding in 20 minutes. I've been there. After 200-plus flights across 60 countries, I've seen this nightmare scenario play out more times than I can count. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to happen to you. Did you know that thousands of travelers have their medications confiscated every month? Yet with a few simple tricks, you can breeze through security with all your meds, no matter what you're taking. Pretty cool, right? Airport security in 2025 isn't exactly straightforward anymore. But I've cracked the code on exactly how to bring your medications on board without hassle. Ready to save yourself from a potential travel disaster? Let's dive in. Prescription medication. Rules you need to know. So you're one of the 70% of Americans who take prescription meds. Good news. TSA actually gives medications way more flexibility than almost anything else in your bag. Here's the game changer most people miss. Your prescription medications? Completely exempt from that annoying 3-1-1 liquid rule. You know that rule where everything has to be under 3.4 ounces and fit in a tiny plastic bag? Your meds get a free pass. Just do this quick step. When you reach security, take out your liquid medications and tell the officer, "These are my prescription medications." That's it. This one sentence can save you so much hassle. Last month, I was flying with liquid antibiotics when the scanner beeped. The agent started to confiscate my bottle until I simply said, "That's my prescription medication." His whole attitude changed immediately, and he waved me through. Has something like this happened to you? This special treatment applies to everything. Insulin, creams, injectors, even the ice packs to keep them cold. And yeah, those ice packs can be partially melted when you go through. They're still allowed. Now, here's a mistake I learned about the hard way. While TSA doesn't technically require original bottles, keeping your meds in those pharmacy containers with your name is super smart, especially for controlled substances like sleep aids or pain meds. I watched a guy ahead of me get pulled aside for an hour because he had mixed different pills in an unmarked container. Talk about a vacation mood killer. And whatever you do, don't put your important meds in checked luggage. Keep them with you where you can reach them anytime. Over-the-counter medication flexibility. What about your regular drugstore stuff? Your pain relievers, allergy pills, and cough medicine? Even easier. Since these don't have the legal restrictions of prescription drugs, security barely gives them a second glance. Bring as many pills as you want. There's literally no limit. Got liquid cold medicine or eye drops? They can skip the tiny quart bag too, as long as you point them out as medical items. Same goes for anti-itch creams, antibiotic ointments, and pain relief gels. Here's my personal hack that saved me tons of time. Keep all your meds, both prescription and over-the-counter, in a clear, separate bag from your toiletries. This instantly signals to security, these are medical items without you having to explain. I tested this during the busiest travel weekend last year at a major hub. While other travelers were getting their bags searched, I sailed through in seconds by having my medications clearly separated and visible. Traveling with medical devices and special needs. Got an insulin pump, CPAP machine, even syringes? You're totally covered. You can bring all these devices on board, but there's a catch with syringes. They need to be with the medication they're for, like insulin. While you technically could check these in your luggage, keep them with you instead. Trust me, you don't want your critical medical device taking an unexpected detour to Cincinnati when you're headed to Miami. If you've got a medical device attached to your body or metal implants from surgery, here's a simple trick that'll save you tons of stress. The moment you reach security, just tell the agent, "I'm wearing a medical device," or "I have a metal implant." This heads up completely changes how they handle your screening. Instead of getting flagged as suspicious when the scanner beeps, they'll know exactly what's happening. For electronic medical devices, don't risk damage from X-rays or scanners. You can ask for a hand inspection instead. It's your right. Security agents are trained for this, but many travelers don't know they can request it. This play out terribly for a woman with an insulin pump who didn't know she could ask for alternative screening. She nearly missed her flight because of the extra time it took to resolve the confusion. Don't be that traveler. Critical restrictions and international considerations. Heads up on something super important. Medical marijuana and CBD products with more than 0.3% THC, still completely banned on all flights in the US, even with a prescription. This is one rule they strictly enforce, for both carry-on and checked bags. Planning an international trip? This is where things get tricky. Different countries have wildly different rules about medications. Some need translated prescriptions, others ban certain common US medications entirely. I'll never forget watching a traveler have his entire month's supply of perfectly legal medication confiscated at customs in Southeast Asia because he didn't have the right documentation. The poor guy spent the first 2 days of his vacation hunting for a local doctor instead of enjoying the beach. Before you fly internationally, do a quick check with the embassy website of your destination country. It might seem like a hassle now, but it's nothing compared to the nightmare of losing your medications abroad. Helpful resources. Most travelers don't know about. Need extra help at the airport? There's a secret weapon almost nobody knows about called TSA Cares. Just fill out a quick form on their website at least 72 hours before your flight, and they'll make special arrangements to simplify your screening process. Have a hidden disability? Check out the Sunflower Lanyard program. Wearing one of these discreetly signals to airport staff that you might need additional assistance without you having to explain your medical condition to everyone. And no matter what, give yourself a little extra time at the airport. Screenings with medications or devices typically take a few minutes longer, especially during those peak holiday rushes. Expert packing strategies for medications. Now let's talk about how to actually pack your meds for travel. For pills and tablets, while original bottles aren't technically required, they sure make life easier, especially for anything controlled. The bottle shows your name, dosage, and prescription details, which prevents questions. If you use a pill organizer, and who doesn't for convenience, snap a photo of your prescription labels on your phone as backup. For liquids, always keep the original packaging. It's what identifies them as medical items that get special treatment. Going international? Some countries get really strict. They might require your prescriptions translated into English or even the local language. A quick call to the embassy can save you major headaches later. Essential pre-trip preparation. Here's my golden rule of traveling with medication. Always bring enough for your entire trip plus a 5 to 7 day buffer. Flights get delayed, trips get extended, and the last thing you want is to run out of something essential when you're far from home. Got medications that are harder to refill, like controlled substances? Talk to your doctor well in advance. They might need to write special documentation for travel. Double-check that your prescription name matches your ID exactly. Even small differences between the name on your medicine and your passport can create problems at international borders. Using gel packs to keep medications cold, freeze them solid before leaving home. While partially thawed packs are allowed, starting with completely frozen ones gives you maximum cooling time. Here's a prep tip that saved me multiple times. Create a detailed medication list with both brand and generic names, dosages, how often you take them, and your doctor's contact info. Keep a printed copy and a digital version on your phone. And always split your medication supply. Keep most in your carry-on, but put a small emergency stash in your checked bag. When my luggage disappeared for 3 days during an international conference, having that backup supply in my personal item was an absolute lifesaver. Day of travel medication packing techniques. On travel day, follow this simple rule. Keep all medications and medical devices completely separate from your toiletries in an easily accessible part of your bag. I use a clear, resealable bag just for medical items, completely different from where I pack my shampoo and moisturizer. Mixing them together is asking for additional screening. When a security officer sees a transparent bag of clearly labeled medications, they immediately recognize them as medical items that get special treatment. But where you place this bag matters big time. While medications are allowed in both carry-ons and checked luggage, always keep your essentials in your personal item. The smaller bag that goes under the seat in front of you, not the one in the overhead bin. Why? Because on full flights, gate agents sometimes ask passengers to check their carry-ons at the last minute. If your medications are in that bag, you'll suddenly be separated from them, potentially for hours. I witnessed this exact nightmare happen on a cross-country flight when a man's medication ended up in the cargo hold after a last-minute gate check. The flight had to make an emergency landing when his condition worsened mid-flight. Talk about a travel disaster. We've covered a lot of ground on traveling with medications in 2025. The bottom line? Airport security isn't trying to separate you from your necessary medications. They just want to ensure flight safety. Follow these simple strategies, and you'll protect both your health and your travel plans. What about you? Ever had problems bringing medications through security? Drop a comment below. Your experience might help fellow travelers avoid the same issues. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to Journey Tips for more travel insights like this. Sharing this video could save someone from a medication disaster at the airport. Thanks so much for watching. Safe travels, and I'll see you on the next Journey Tips.